Finally, we got our shit together. So, hold on. I decided to try and have a last minute snack. And of course, now I'm like, get all the stuff out of your teeth. All right. So, hi. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you are, whenever you are. Hello. I'm a practical eccentric. And I'm here for Dreamlight Valley. Because... yeah, I like briefly was like, maybe you should look at a different game while we're kind of in this holding pattern in between updates, but I just did not have the brain capacity to do that earlier today, so did not do that. Hold on a second. Opening up my monster. I don't know if I needed a monster this early in the day, but I'm drinking it anyway. Here we go. So, hope everyone's doing well today. I think I have all my stuff together. Oh, that's what I need to check. Okay. My audio is working. So, when I first started streaming, I of course made all the typical mistakes. I probably still am making mistakes. It's just a thing. But that's how we, adjust our sails and change course. Is making mistakes and then going, oh shit! But I hadn't made the mistake of having myself on mute for a very long time. Why is my microphone so loud? My microphone shouldn't be this loud. Hold on. Let me adjust that a little bit. Let's see how loud I get. Ooh, that's quiet. Interesting. I'm not exactly sure why this has changed. It really shouldn't be. All right, I'm talking. Okay. Hopefully that's fine because it really shouldn't have gotten changed. I'm not exactly sure what I did. Who knows? But in any case, I had myself on mute, and I totally blame having parent-teacher conferences all day on Thursday because I had 6 virtual meetings, and in between the meetings, I would use the actual. I have a. Let me see. This thingy that adjusts the volume in my ears, but it's also got a little toggle for muting my microphone. So I would mute it. So just before the meeting, if you've ever done a virtual meeting, which I'm assuming many people have, due to pandemic things, but if you have never been in a virtual meeting, if somebody's arranged it, a lot of times they'll put like kind of a door in the way, so you'll join the meeting and then they will let you in. So instead of my son and I just chit-chatting and then having the teacher be like, what's happening, we would mute so that we could talk while we were waiting to get into the virtual room, and then unmute once they let us in. So I had left it on mute after my last meeting of the day, and ended up on mute for, I don't even know, a while. My whole quote of the day got eaten. All of the story stuff got eaten. And that's just how it goes, right? But it kind of leads us into the quote of the day. So the quote of the day is, we are all tasked to balance and optimize ourselves. And that's from Mae Jemison. And the reason this quote stuck out to me, there was another quote that I really liked of hers, but it was too long for my notification on the Twitch side of thing, which is where I plug it in. So I might have to do, I have a whole list of quotes that are too long for the Twitch notification. I think it's 140 characters, and I always make sure to have who the quote came from. Even if it's unknown, I guess I could just put unknown, but I try to have, who the quote came from, and then the quote itself. And if it doesn't fit into 140 characters, then I don't use it. But I do have a whole list of stuff that I really like, and it would be like I could make shorts out of it, or I could make up, maybe I'll do like an actual real video about different quotes of the day and like interpretation and stuff. But that's a future me thing. I just keep a list of them because I like them a lot, and who knows what they will inspire in the future. But the reason this quote stuck out to me today was because I am in full-on experimentation mode. I'm getting ready to do some things at work, at home, art-wise, stream-wise. And right now I really can focus on content stuff because this is what I have to do. Like, I sit here and I look at things and I change settings and I make new things. Like, Thursday was the first night I had this little overlay going on for stream. So now I was tired of blocking the gameplay and like things on the gameplay screen. So I was like, well, if I can, and this is a pretty typical kind of overlay setup for streamers, apart from the fact that I don't have my chat on the screen or other little things, but I don't have those things yet. I don't have those things set up, and I don't know what I'm actually going to add. I don't know if I'm going to add those things, but I could add stuff in the little border areas where there's nothing there except for background, which for now it's fine. And I did a thing that I hadn't done before that I'd been looking at for who knows how long. So that was great to, kind of take the leap and do it. And then I can build upon that. And that's kind of that whole balance and optimize. Like, you can get into deep research mode, go down rabbit holes, think about things for a long time, all that overthinking jazz that I am so good at. And then not actually execute any of those ideas. And then the execution, if you do execute the ideas, then some people just do all the things, or they hire someone to do it, like they, commission someone to do the job for them, which, no shade on that, because, then you can focus your energies on other things maybe that you are more skilled at or want to focus your energy on. And if you have the ability to commission someone, then cool. Then you're also paying someone to do work too. That's nice. But for me, I don't really have that financial flexibility. So I've kind of got to either just cope with what I've got or kind of chip away at the mountain of stuff I don't know and see what I can do. But like, now that I've got this overlay, I could start, I feel like I got that little piece optimized to some extent. And then maybe I'll, look into, well, what do I actually want to put in the border around? Maybe I want to put stuff in it or whatever. But that's, research overthink mode again until I can apply and hopefully optimize and balance with what I've already built. And so it's just a continuous, there was another quote that was also about kind of this idea, but I've also been thinking about some new ideas for content creation stuff, like, because I've already added in my decor series, I've already added in my Dream Snap series, and those are going well, and to the point where I feel like they're starting to come into a schedule, like they're becoming just part of my rhythm, as opposed to, okay, I have to like really think it through, I really have to like make time for it, I have to really consciously choose things, I really have to consciously do things. And now they're not fully there yet, but they're coming along. So that's a really nice feeling to have, is that things are coming along. And I don't need to necessarily add in another idea, but I've got some ideas that I'm thinking about. And then of course, once spring hits and I can be in my art space more, then I will have to build in that kind of stuff, because I do have projects I want to work on. And once it's warm enough, I can open up my garage, my kids will play outside, we'll have fire pit nights, and we'll do all these things that we can't do when it's super freezing. We could do some of those things when it's super freezing outside, but it's not as, I don't want to. I don't want to do that stuff. But, that stuff's going to have to get built in here in the next couple months, if it ever stops being cold, because it's supposed to be, I live where it's we measure in Fahrenheit, and we're going to be single digits on Tuesday and Wednesday this next week, with the potential for lows in the negatives, and so below freezing. And I'm not looking forward to it, like, at all. I don't like it when it's cold out, because I just want to turn into a bear and hibernate, but it's okay. It's nice to have something I'm feeling energetic and excited about that doesn't require waiting on the weather to improve. Like, I have painting projects that I would really like to work on in my garage, but my garage is freezing, and so I have to wait, and that's okay. It's nice to have something else to focus on. So I'm really excited about the stuff that I'm working on. I'm excited to have more ideas that I could potentially throw in the mix and not feel like like, there was part of me that's like, should you be worried about all of these different ideas coming to you right now? Because that can lead to overwhelm. And then I was like, no, I mean, if I incorporate them, it's because I feel like I'm ready to incorporate them. And if I don't, then they can just wait in the wings. It's fine. That's why I have spreadsheets, right? To brain dump all of that stuff. So anyway, I also decided to do this today. I was like, you know what? I have these decorated rooms in my house, and I could sit in one of them while I'm doing my chit-chat intro stuff. And it feels like I'm just sitting in a room because I now have these decorated rooms, right? All right. Anyway, so I hope everyone's doing well today. What do I need on my... I feel like I need something... Oops. I clicked too soon. Oh, and I haven't turned my music on at all. So I need my spreadsheet. That's what I need, just in case. I don't think I'm actually going to need it today because I've already been to Scrooge's shops today. And usually that's what I need my spreadsheet for, is logging new furniture and stuff. But if I've already visited and there's no new furniture, then well, I guess I don't need it, right? So... That's not what I need in my face. This is what I need in my face. All right, good. Good. All right. So yes, let's get some music going on. There we go. Oh, and somehow... Oh, because my kid used my headset again. He plays Lethal Company on my computer right now because he doesn't have a computer of his own that can run it. So he uses my headset and then he changes the volume because, of course, he's communicating with people on there. So anyway. All right. So that's the room that I did next. That's Monday's video over there behind that door. I'm not showing you. Have I even gone into some of these other rooms since I've done the video? I know I did the kitchen. And I did the ingredients and fish storage on stream, but I don't think I've actually come in here on a stream yet. So, oh, you know what I could do? Because it's been bothering me, and I know since this is just a decoration room, I don't really come in here on the regular. So, this is my dining room. It turned out very pink, which I'm not mad at. I'm not like a big fan of pink. There we go. It's been backwards. And this is actually backwards too, which I didn't even realize there was a front and back to this until I looked at it in like the shop or something. There we go. Is that how it was? Is that the right angle? It's not. Okay. So not this, but this. All right. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was, it had a flower on it. So now, those are, I actually put it the other way because I thought, like, somebody might grab it from this side and push it over here. But it's not like it's a huge deal. I've just remembered that it was a thing. And I feel like there were a few decorations for the kitchen that I was irritated I had missed. Okay, so one of them is the place settings, and one of them is, I think it's mug. It's this. Oh, and it's not gonna center. Is it? Over anything. It's not centered over anything. So do I want it on that side? Or do I want it on this side? I don't know. I don't know if I care enough to dicker. But yeah, I was super... I wish it was centered. Can we have half squares now? Oh, it's so bothersome. Okay, I think I like that a little bit better. Because I would center that. I would move it a half square over so it could be in, like, directly in the center of those two cabinets. Or centered above the sink, or centered above the coffee maker. Either way. All right, what? There was a place setting thing, so it's, let's see. I'm gonna type the word place. That's gonna give me fireplace. It doesn't give me place setting though. So let's try setting. Okay, that's too fancy. That's what we have. Okay, so then I have plate. And it's this plate. There's another one that I could have sworn I was like, I wish I had known. Oh, excuse me. I wish I had known because what would it be under? If it's not setting, if it's not plate, if it's not place. There's another word that they use. And it's really going to bug me. Because I can't even remember what it looked like. But I remembered there was another one that I had completely missed. Because it was called something else. And I don't even think it was in the kitchen stuff. Like there's like, you can narrow by room type. Ugh, this is going to take so long. Dining room. I think I'm going to pick dining room. And see if I get lucky. Making sure I'm not scrolling too fast. Because I feel like it, maybe that's why I couldn't find it. Maybe because I was looking in kitchen and not dining room. It's been a bit since I've done this room now, so I don't even remember. I just remember coming across it when I was looking for the stuff for the actual dining room. That's too fancy. Tableware, that's a different word. So we have tableware, setting, plate, place, not place. Was it setting or place that worked? Anyway, I can't remember now. Plate. This is where I missed it again. Basic tableware. The question is, do I like it better? How often am I going to use this one, though? That's the question. Because I don't know how many places I would use the coconut thing. Is this too fancy for this room? I mean, it's cute. I kind of like the idea, because this looks like cereal to me. Because it's just a spoon and a bowl. Which, this would be kind of like that. So maybe I'll keep it the way it was. Maybe I don't need to fix that. But that's just an FYI if you're looking for all the variations of place settings and table settings and plates and, you know, like, it might be a different term than what you're using. So, anyway, I feel like there was something else I thought about doing. Oh yeah, I thought about doing more incense burners in here. Like in the other corners. These corners that are empty. Because I almost wish it made the room a little bit more hazy. I mean, I know that's like not... Like this room just has like that kind of smoky cigar room vibe. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was kind of fun to be able to start my stream in one of my decorated rooms. I was like, I did that on Thursday too, where I was just like, I'm just gonna chill here. I feel like the pumpkins have not grown yet. I did deal with pumpkins this morning, and I did go and spend a ton of money. I threw on a reaction video this morning for Jaws, and then just kind of did some basic stuff. I didn't do Remy yet. I don't think I've done Daisy yet. I haven't gone to get Glimmer yet. Did I clear stalls already? I think I might have cleared stalls already. I went and got snippets, and I built 6 more lure traps, but the veil was real glitchy this morning, so I might go over there, but if it's like super laggy, I probably won't stay too long. What's your challenge?
I've got to get the scoop on these villains.
And the outfit's getting weird again. We love to see it. Let's see. Delicate calm, bracelets, quirky living room storage. Oh, hi, Owen. My spidey sense must have been tingling because I was like, did I see something pop up? And then like 2 seconds later, your message popped up. So how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Quirky. Living room. Let's see if we can do quirky. Let's see if we can do all the things. And then what's the other one? Storage. That might throw all the things off. Oh, it didn't. Look at that. One object to rule them all. Bracelets. Fine. Good, good. I'm doing all right. Kind of in both excited and planning stages and biding my time stages. So that's an interesting kind of juxtapose headspace to be in, but that's all right. It's going to be cold again, so that kind of always puts me in a mode of not wanting to do much. Does it matter? Oh, no. Is it going to take away this whole thing by wearing a bracelet? That's a bummer. I like how weird this outfit's getting. I don't know why I'm really into these pants with these platform shoes. Like, I keep looking at it going, I kind of want to make an actual outfit out of that idea. My teenage heart would be all over this. Although at the time it would have been baggy pants, so the pants would have been dragging all over the floor. And now I'm obsessed with having elastic cuffs. Did that take away any of my other requirements? No. So we'll just do this. I liked having the poncho in the mix, though. That was fun. Oops, wrong buttons. But, yeah, so, like, I'm excited about some ideas I have, some things I'm looking forward to, but on Tuesday and Wednesday, it's supposed to be single digits here, so, like, 6 Fahrenheit. No thanks. But some of the things I'm excited about are stuff for this kind of thing, the content creation stuff, so, that doesn't mean going outside or waiting on weather to get better. So that's nice. It's a nice kind of, I don't want to talk to you again. Don't talk to me. Oh, too late. All right. So, and as much as I enjoy having the time to kind of not feel pressure from the star path, it's going on a little long. But are you still grinding away at the game, or are you doing other stuff with your time now? I know a lot of people have kind of, if they're not doing dream snaps, they're not really playing much right now, it seems like, which is fine. There's other games to play and other things to do. It doesn't all have to be this. What am I looking for? My favorite. I think I might do a new outfit soon, though. But it is going on for a while. And I thought we were a little closer until Thursday when I saw that Thursday there were 12 days left to spend your tokens. And I was just like, that's a bit. So the new thing I'm thinking about doing is I'm torn between how I want to do it. Like I could do it on stream. Or I could make videos out of it, which I'd have to have time to make and then edit and then upload and do all that, which I don't know. I don't know how much more I want to add in at the moment for that stuff, since I have these 2 series that I'm currently, well, technically 3 if you count my quote of the day series. But what do I want to do first? I kind of want to just scour since we have all this time. So maybe I'll get, I should find Remy. A gatherer. That's the word I was trying to figure out and couldn't. I don't see Remy. Is he in the restaurant? He's in the restaurant. Okay, that's helpful. But I've been thinking a lot about characters that I'd like to see in the game and how I would like to kind of give myself a refresher on characters I may have forgotten about, or movies and stuff I may have forgotten about, and then kind of making one of those tier lists out of it. So I'm not sure exactly how I want to go about that. I thought about setting up like some polls, or because I wouldn't mind like getting feedback from people, because some of the movies that I've not seen or I haven't seen in a long time, I may not have strong opinions about, but other people might. Not to say if they go into my ranking list, they might not rank low, because I might be like, I haven't seen this movie since I was 8, you know, and I've forgotten if I like that character at all. It might also be a good excuse to go back and revisit some movies, because I was looking at a big list. I started kind of making a list yesterday and then started kind of going, that's a lot. But what do I want to make for you? I might need to grow some wheat soon. Is there something I can make that doesn't have wheat? They all have wheat. Like, all of them. Alright, well, let's make a wedding cake then. I think I need 3. But, it's percolating in my brain, because I wouldn't mind doing something like that. And it might be kind of fun to just be like, I haven't even thought about that character in a while, or I haven't even thought about that movie in a while. Like, started looking at, you know, 101 Dalmatians, Scar. I've had this quest before. I don't need to do anything fancy with it. I just need to go give him his crap. I think this is the one where he tries to give Donald dessert so that he can eat him. Did I not take Remy with me? That was one of the reasons I went to get Remy, besides doing his quest, was actually making him come with me so that we can do some scouring. Let's hang out, buddy. Thanks. But I haven't seen... I don't even remember the last time I watched 101 Dalmatians. And obviously, the obvious character from that is going to be Cruella de Vil. Apart from, like, the song and how they look, I barely remember the humans. And then, of course, you have the dogs. Now, you could do Dalmatians as companions. Because, you know, I was looking at a character list just for the reminder of it. And,
it's about time.
They speak. I mean, they don't... Do they not? They don't speak to the people in that movie, right? You can tell it's been... I don't even remember the last time I watched it. I feel like I was a child. And, like, pre-teenage years child when I saw it last. So those characters, except for Cruella de Vil, would probably rank pretty low. And even as far as villains go, Cruella is not one of my favorite villains. But I tend to like the villains. So I don't, you know, I wouldn't be adverse to having more villains in here. But then it started me thinking about, like, maybe I could make a ranked list for companion skins. I really think they should have a dog and a cat, because there are lots of dogs and cats in the movies, and then you could have skins come out for them. I mean, you could have the Dalmatian, like the puppies, because there's a ton. I mean, there's 101 of them, right, total? But most of the movies have some kind of critter in them. Now, some of the critters talk, and some of them don't talk. Some of them talk to the humans, and some just talk to themselves. Some don't even have humans, or the humans are kind of just, you know, background characters. But, like, Oliver and Company, you know, you could have Oliver. You could have Dodger. I saw that in the theater when I was little. Oliver and Company. And I was in a production of Oliver, the musical, when I was really young. I think I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 when I was in that. I was one of the, not Lost Boys, that's a different thing. I was in,
It's you.
what are they called? They're not called Lost Boys. They're the orphans. They're the ones that work for Fagin. The pickpockets. There we go. I was like, there's like a word, a term. You have to pick a pocket or two. All right. So, don't ask. Yes, just give me my stuff, and then we'll go do some stuff. Yeah. I don't even know. Should I go get Glimmer's not really time dependent because when I'll get Glimmer today, I probably am only going to do Glimmer on stream right now because it seems to take it more than 24 hours. And I'll just do that on Thursdays and Sundays. So I'm thinking about snippets though. Because I feel like I've probably waited long enough. I got snippets this morning. And it might test the veil. She's a snippet person now, I think. I know I made all that effort to get Remy as a gatherer, and now I'm like, maybe I should blow you off for a second.
And I can do anything.
Yes, come on, Rapunzel. All right, and then we will do this. Yeah, we can start here. It was super laggy this morning, and I wasn't doing anything. Well, that's not true. I was watching a YouTube video on my second monitor. But I even closed it out, and then it was still laggy. And I was like, oh, no. This is not good. No. Why do you... I hit the wrong button, that's why. Look at all these freaking snippets. I don't think I'm going to make more than 3 per little area. Where is she? Come on, Chickapoo. I will wait for you. I was a little impatient, but I will wait for you. Oh, lordy be. I need 4 more to have 3 in each area. So if I can get 2,000 Dreamlight right now, that would be awesome. All right, let's go down here. Still lagging. So I think it's just the veil. The only thing I was doing at the end was playing this game. I didn't have any other programs running, nothing in the background, normal background stuff, but nothing extra. And usually I tie the veil problems to kind of that stuff too, where I'm having too much going on in the background. But the ever after, it was like terrible. So we will find out here in a second. I thought maybe it was because of all the lure traps. This? Okay. It's a little better than it was earlier. So I'm not sure why. Where is it? Oh no! They go so fast. The little bonus ones, they go so fast. Alright, so I've got 3 here. I did the top and the bottom, so then I can do all the way across for the next 4 I need. But if this isn't going to be too laggy over here for the stream, hi, I'm not going to feed you right now because I don't have anything to give you that you'd like. So you're cowering for no good reason, but that's okay. But once I get all of the traps in place that I want, then I will start hoarding Dreamlight so that I can craft. I might hoard it and upgrade just so that I can, because there's something about being able to upgrade things even though they cost a stupid amount. Oh, I was already over here. It's like... But this also makes me think I want to make some sort of decorative element to incorporate the lure traps when I finally decorate over here. You know? I'm just glad it's not lagging like it was earlier. It was lagging to the point where I was like, this was how the game played the whole time, I wouldn't be able to play it because it was just crazy. Like you'd try and go, and then like 2 seconds later your character would move, and it was like, this is virtually unplayable. So whatever it was, I'm glad it worked itself out. I don't know why their noises make me giggle so much. So funny. So silly. All right. I think I might have broken 40 pink frogs now. That's nice. They were one of the ones I had less of. The only ones I'm not going to be able to get this way are the white snippets. The white bird snippets. Good, some green birds. That's nice. The green and yellow birds are the other two that I'm seriously lacking in, but that's okay. Oh, I'm so glad it's not lagging. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Kinda. Okay. Well, take all those. Oh, I know why they're not in the boxes. I'm like, I should have some in there. The reason I don't have them in there is because I keep using them to make Dreamlight. Oh, there's Flynn. Go talk to Flynn. Oh. Eat that. Okay. Woody just flopped out on the stairs. All right. So what do we got? What do we get? Refined material. That's what we got. All right. Ooh, look at that. These are all down to 40 because I used up the ones I got this morning. But this is exactly what I needed it to do, which is every time I go, I get more and more and more because I, you know, take the gather and have more lure traps. Nice. I do wish the ones that gave, like, were more difficult to get gave you more storybook magic, though. Pink demons, damn. Look at all those. That was almost enough for one whole lure trap on its own. Nice. Ooh. Yeah. It's supposed to snow again. It was supposed to snow yesterday, and then it never did. I just need enough to make 4 more lure traps. And after that, I can start hoarding all these guys. Yep, there was one to make a whole lure trap on its own. All right. Ooh, ooh. I had like 2 of these and like 4 of these, so it's nice to see them going up. White bird snippets. You know what I should do? Because now I've now put a few more suggestions into the Discord as far as things I'd like to see, improvements and stuff. Let's see. And I've been upvoting some other people's suggestions. Trying to participate more in the forums created by the devs. Let's see, which ones did I add in? So I added in having the various stalls in other worlds. Bee's stall, Moana's boat, Kristoff's stall. Oh, I didn't even put in like Wally's garden and Mulan's stall. The preview of the dish being cooked if it's already been cooked. So like instead of making a new 4-star meal, you end up making one star meal that you've already made before. It's like it'd be nice to know that that's what I'm getting ready to hit cook and make instead of getting all hopeful and wasting ingredients, because especially if it's something with like a really rare expensive thing, it's like don't make me waste that just to cook, you know, some grilled fish or some shit. Anyway, I get a little irritated with that. Would love to see the quantity of items currently in inventory when crafting, again, to reduce that wasteful production. Like, I would like to know if I already have 4 in my inventory. And then there were lots of people, you know, wanting search functions in there and things like that. But those are the ones I've put in already. I feel like there was another one I put in. House skins, maybe? I think I upvoted some. Somebody else had put in villagers' house skins. So that was nice to be able to upvote that. But it's also been giving me some ideas for some other stuff. So, anyway. What are we doing? I think I took down everything here. Oh, and now that we've done... I don't need to do that right now. It's fine. Okay. If anyone is here and would like to see my dream snaps for the week and has not watched my video for it, you are welcome to ask. Now that the video is live, I have no problem showing it. It's just beforehand. Oh, let me fix my windows again. I screwed up my windows and now I gotta fix them again. Okay, what do I want to do over here? Do I actually want to do anything else while I'm over here? I do. I want to make those traps and set them up. Because I'm hoping to be able to come over at least 1 or 2 more times today and catch some more snippets. Is it functional? I should have 2,000 points, yes? Although I did realize that I do need to do some resource gathering over here because I ran myself out of moss. Oh, I do. Look. 2,990. All right, so I need 2 more of these. And then I need 2 more of the other one. I like to keep them thematically correct. 2. Okay. Oh, look. Gold ingots. Thanks. I have so much freaking gold. I don't know why I came over here. I don't actually have to come over here to do stuff. One, 2, 3, 4. Lure. All right. And then that's not what I want. That's not what I want to do. I want to do this. It's fine. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm not doing that. Later. Later we can get more anal retentive about it. But right now, we just want them to be clustered enough. So just stick it down. It's fine. Good enough. Good enough. And now we can leave the Vale. Which means I can say goodbye to you. Go hang out with Flint. Run around. Enjoy each other.
I wonder what
Okay. What am I doing? Going back to... I don't want to see. Yeah, I'm running myself real low on mist because of all the gardening I've been doing. I've been pushing hard to keep making money. Without, you know, like driving myself insane. So what I might do is I might go ahead. Why is this not done? Anyway. Well, then let's go to the aisle. Let's go do that. Scour the aisle. Do some time-bendy stuff. Oh, that's in the game. I was like, holy crap, is it raining outside? It is pouring in here, so it sounded really realistic. Sir. Excuse me. Yeah. And that slide, like if you fell on like really wet grass. I freaked out so much I flopped on the ground and then slid in the rain. Good job. Okay, you are not a gatherer. Who's a gatherer? I don't remember. Forager. I always want to call them a gatherer. Mike, Mother Gothel, Remy, Beast, Tiana, and Woody. Nobody near me. I could go in Remy's restaurant and get Remy. Oh, look, Beast is hanging out right by a fountain. A well. There we go.
It's pleasant. Thank you for
Well, and the
speaking.
other thing about trying to set up a tier list and using all of the movies, like I tried to look up animated movies, and that was okay, although it did include a lot of things that were both like live action and animated, and I was like, well, I should just automatically rule those out because I want to focus more on the animated franchises. But then the problem is they've been doing so many live action remakes. It's just like, do I include stuff that's in those that wasn't necessarily in the animated movie? And then I was like, no, I should probably just focus on the animated versions. And then, but then I got to like Mary Poppins and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I was like, I wouldn't mind having characters from those. Somebody in there's a Critters suggestion. Because if you haven't been in the Discord for, Gameloft, Dreamlight Valley, like official Discord, they have their suggestions section broken up into areas. So there's stuff for crafting, there's stuff for critters, there's stuff for user interface, star path, all of that stuff. So it's all broken into different sections, which is nice because that means theoretically things will get grouped together, and especially if you have more than one person suggesting the same thing, you know, it'll be a lot of posts that are supportive of each other, not just upvoting, but also like repeating the same thing. But I'm gonna do all the time bendy these thingies at once. I'm gonna break it up, so I don't have to keep switching between my tools. But, what did I upvote? There was a way where I was somewhere I was going with my brain, and my brain said, nope, we're just gonna let go of that information. It was something about the tier list that I'm thinking about making. Because I know there's a whole section on characters people would like to see in the game. There's a whole suggestion area for that. And then there's a suggestion area for critters. Like things around critters. I think I put it in the critters thing where it was like, it'd be nice to have more than one pose with a, you know, an individual critter. Even if it's the same poses that are already available, just you could apply them to any character, because I have noticed that there are certain critters that people will use. I mean, and that's, you know, so they can be sitting, or so they can, you know, be looking up, like at the flying ones or whatever. And it'd be nice to almost have each critter be able to have any of the poses, so you're not always locked into, if I want to sit down, it's only this one critter that I can do that with. Or two. There might be two that you can sit down. Anyway, I don't tend to focus on that pose as much. Although for this last one I did, because I really liked the pose. But it worked out really well. Okay, I'm gonna do it even though people did not say anything. It's okay. I want to do it. All right. So the reason the current challenge is Cupid's Runway. So celebrate Valentine's Day with an outfit you love, whether it's Cupid inspired or a big time romantic. We hope you'll be seeing red. So I didn't go red and I didn't go pink for my character. Although I did use pink and blue in the background. But once I was like, well, I should go through the critters and see what kind of, you know, poses I can get that might inspire a little bit of creativity. So I picked the Pegasus. And this was my snap this week. And I thought it was super cute. I kept it really simple, like I usually do. I struggled a lot because it was in the evening when I made this, and so the lighting was crap. So the sun is actually in the background, and I was really trying to get it to filter through the trees so there's little beams of light hitting the ground. But I ended up using this wintry icy willow because it was the perfect shade of blue, and then with the pink. But this was the pose. As soon as I got to the because I was scrolling through and I was clicking on all the different ones and trying the poses out, and then I got down to I almost went with Pua from Moana, because you kind of squeeze him like you're hugging him, and he's so cute, little pig. Anyway, but then I kept scrolling through and I got to the Pegasus and I went, oh, I know what this pose is already. And so as soon as I pulled it up, I was like, this is the one. So anyway, I think she turned out really cute. I had to make her hair dark so it would pop out against the background, though, because I originally had it as white with a little bit of blue, and it was just all blending away into the bush behind me, or the tree behind me, so that's all right. But I wish you could have that pose with more than just the Pegasus. This is still not right. This is the right one. But, like, if you could sit with the Pegasus, or if you could, you know, cuddle with your dragon, or, you know, have the bird on your finger, or, you know, something like that, where it was like all the poses that are currently available but applied to any of the critters. And you could do it like a menu, you know, kind of like, that's not the right button. I do this all the time when I'm trying to do my dream snap. But you could, you know, like this, or like have, instead of this, you could select, let's see, you could do like this, and then another menu could open up and you could have all the different poses, or you could click the button again and again and again to get a different pose, so that it's not just this pose. Even though they go through like the little animations and stuff, like that's cute and all, and you do get a little bit of variation, but I'm not sitting on the ground with the crocodile. I'm not, you know, doing something different. I don't know if you'd have it on your shoulder like the monkey, but so that was one of the other suggestions I put in, because I thought that would be cute. And actually, I'm gonna put that in my little list so I don't forget that I've added that as a suggestion. So critter poses in pictures, critter pose variety in pictures. All right, and then I will highlight that. I feel like there was some other point I was trying to make before I got off on all of that tangent, but either my brain will give it back to me or it won't. Come on, brain, do it. Use your thinking power. I need all this mist, man. Because I have a feeling before too long, I'm really going to need to start planting something besides pumpkins, because I feel like I'm probably gone through a significant portion of sugar and wheat as of late. So there's going to need to be a round of gardening that's not pumpkins, which, although I do burn through lots of mist planting pumpkins, it's not nearly as much as when I'm planting things that have a quicker grow time and have lots of turnover to them. So, you know, gonna have to have stockpile of mist. All right. Is this a place? I think stuff grows up here sometimes. Hi. Should I feed you? Probably. I mean, we're here. Let's do it. I have so much food in my inventory from last time cooking. But yes, as soon as I saw that little Pegasus, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a cute and snuggly, like, little romantic kind of pose. And then, you know, if you think about, like, from Fantasia, the part that the Pegasus are in that, like, come on now. So cute. Lots of people went really fancy. I saw more than one person did the, making a heart out of the spiral hill from Nightmare Before Christmas. Although I did look at, like, briefly, I looked at, I think it's in trees, and I think if I go just blue, we'll get there. These, I looked at these to make, like, a heart shape. But then I couldn't really figure out how to pull it off, and I was like, I don't really want to copy it. But you could almost do like a little heart with that if you wanted to. It's not as pronounced as the Nightmare Before Christmas trees or Spiral Hill. Anyway, I'm sure somebody more clever than me could pull it off. But this is how I found the frozen willow tree, and then I was like, ooh, I bet I could get the you know, the blue branches to come down in and amongst the magnolia, the pink magnolia stuff. So I thought that was fun. Again, I'm sure somebody else might do it and pull off a better version of it because they're just, you know, more patient and or savvier than me. But I enjoyed doing it, even if it's not as fancy as it could be. And regardless of how I do this week, I had fun making it. I'm not usually into like super cutesy stuff. Sometimes. But it was fun. And it was one of those ideas that just kind of happened, and then, you know, like, it's like kismet. It's just, you get a little excited when it's just kind of happens, and you're like, oh, cool. All right, I need to not block certain things. Ugh. So my husband and I started having a discussion about prioritizing things for tax money when it comes in. Because we have to get a new oven this year. We have to. I mean, technically, we don't have to, but, you know, my kids really missed baking cookies for Christmas this year, and my husband misses being able to make frozen pizzas. You know, it's nice to have a few, you know, options every once in a while, like every couple of weeks have a lasagna, or once a week do pizza night, or, you know, whatever. And so we have sorely missed having an oven, and it'll be almost a year, depending. And some of the ovens that we're looking at in particular are on back order right now, and who knows what the hell's going to happen with all that. So I'm not gonna dwell on the negative potential of that right now, because that doesn't do me any good, and I'm not buying an oven today anyway. So anyway, we'll just see what happens when we get there. But we know we have to do that, and I would really like to get a new monitor for this kind of spare monitor that I'm using right now that has created so many issues for me as far as aspect ratio and video quality. Like, I'm having to play in 720p, which is fine because I stream in 720p, and I don't really have any, you know, like, if I get to 1080p or higher at some point, fine. I'm not in a huge rush to get that, but it has created some other things when I'm filming and when I am, you know, trying to do screenshots of stuff. Like, it's just created issues that I wasn't expecting, and it's helped me, you know, pay attention to stuff that I was kind of taking for granted before. But I would like to get a different monitor to replace the one that died. So luckily the ones I'm looking at are not super duper expensive, and my husband would like a new monitor too, because I think all of our monitors are hand-me-down monitors in some way or another. And very fortunate to have had the opportunity to get the monitors we have for free, because the ones we had before were those really old, fat, heavy things. And so it's nice to be able to have had the opportunity to get, like, my parents have given us a couple. The one that died was a TV. It was a TV monitor that could be used as a computer monitor, so that's what I used for years. So it's nice to know that the ones that we are looking at, because I think we can do a 1080p or an HD, whatever they call them. Or you could get 4K, and the difference is like $200, and I'm like, well, I don't need a 4K monitor. I don't need it. I'm fine. But one day fancy me will have, you know, all the fancy stuff. But I don't need it. I can function without it. But it'd be nice to actually, like, pick out something. It's kind of like when we replaced our couches. No, we replaced couches once before, but it was the first time we'd ever bought couches that weren't hand-me-down couches. And of course they were like on the very cheap side of things, but they were the first ones we picked out and bought. And I learned a lot about what I didn't want the next time we had to purchase couches. So when we bought couches again, I had very specific requirements, and I was able to spend a little bit more money, but I definitely learned a lot from the hand-me-down couches and the one set of couches we bought beforehand, or, you know, before this one that we have now. And it's nice, you know, and hopefully these couches will last longer, because they're, first of all, they're a little bit better quality. Well, probably a lot of it if I'm being realistic, but also their components. I decided that I don't like having my pillows and stuff attached to the couch, because it actually makes it harder to keep the couch like as clean as you can. But then also the materials wear out, because you can never take them off. You could get couch covers, you know, like the slip covers and stuff, but you know, they fit, but they don't always fit quite right, and you know, and they wear out, and it still doesn't solve the problem of not being able to like launder things. So I knew I wanted all of the cushions to be able to come off the couch and have everything go in the washing machine, and like, so I'm glad I did that, because so far it's been making a big difference. Of course, we don't have as many pets as we used to, and our children aren't babies anymore. Like, there are things that were happening at the time that we had those other couches where it's like, yeah, no, messes happen. But it also taught me what I really wanted for when we spent a little bit more money on the couch. So it's kind of like that way with the oven. Like, there are features that I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting. Whether or not we can afford them when we get there, that's a whole nother can of worms. But right now I can dream, right? So we started talking about stuff we want. I really want to go to the optometrist, get my glasses. I am long overdue for new glasses, and I am probably at a point where I need either a bifocal or a progressive lens. So I'm really hoping that I do not have to spend a stupid amount of money on something like that. Theoretically, I've got insurance, and I have access to an optometrist that's connected to a big box membership type store, and typically their services and stuff are cheaper. So I'm hoping that combination of things. We just got my youngest 2 pairs of glasses from there. Now, he didn't see the optometrist there, but his glasses were not terribly expensive. But he's 7, so he doesn't need like super fancy, you know, complicated lenses like I'm probably gonna need. But his were not terrible. And I have heard from other people that, you know, the discount is worth it. So I'm really hoping, fingers crossed. But I'm also kind of torn about the whole idea of bifocals or progressive lenses, because my dad told me that he got progressive lenses and that he still doesn't really use them. He still just pulls his glasses down to the tip of his nose to read things up close. And I'm like, well, that's what I'm doing now. So, you know, we'll see. I really don't know. Like I said, I'm long overdue for getting new glasses. The last time I went to get glasses, I went someplace because they were having a sale on their, you know, optometrist visit. And then if you got your glasses from them too, they would offer a discount for like getting both your optometrist visit and your glasses there. But because I need such a heavy prescription, and if I didn't want to have essentially the bottom of a glass Coke bottle on my face, like the really thick lenses, I was going to have to spend more money than I was expecting. I didn't have insurance at the time. And my prescription really hadn't changed that much. They're like, yeah, it's not really that different from what you have now. It's just my glasses aren't in super awesome shape. Like, the lenses are all scratched to hell, and you know, the finish on the rims is used to be copper, but it was a plate, so of course now it's mostly silver. Not everywhere, just, you know, the high traffic areas where I touch them the most, I'm sure. But so aesthetically they are not super awesome looking anymore, but because the prescription wasn't that different, and because of how much it was going to cost me overall, I was like, well, I guess I'm not getting new glasses. And I paid them for, you know, the visit and stuff, but I mean, it was like a good and a bad thing. It made me realize that my glasses really weren't that out of date, I guess, out of whack. I don't even know how to describe that. The prescription was not that different. So, I mean, it made me feel better about that part, just not the aesthetic part, you know. And I don't worry too much about my appearance, but there are things that make me self-conscious, and one of them is knowing my glasses are looking used, you know. I also have some dental issues, so it'd be lovely to get to the dentist this year and, like, see if I can address any of that stuff, but dental work can get real pricey real fast. And I'm not in pain, so, you know. I just have some cosmetic stuff. And that can wear on a person after a while, even if you don't put a lot of stock in your appearance, you know, looking super awesome and pretty. So, and it's okay. You know, I'm not a different person just because I'm self-conscious about, like, my teeth. I'm still functional, damn it. And I've got a charming personality, right? Alright, I need to eat. Maybe I can get some more crap out of my inventory. Okay. And we'll eat that too, why not? Ooh, do I have another cheapy meal in my inventory? Yes, I do. Look at all that space. Could you imagine eating all of this food? I know I've said that before, but, like, could you imagine? You'd be so bloated. Here, let me just suck down a cheeseburger, some cotton candy, and I don't even remember what else she just shoved in her face. A bunch of crap. Here, have all this crap. I need to empty these boxes. It's been a minute. You know what I want to know how people do? How do people get more than one house out in the wild? Villagers' houses. My houses. So I could... Okay. Because I've seen people have 2 of these out. Like, I've seen two in Dream Snap. Of this house in particular. How do you get more than one copy of it? Is what I want to know. Do you just... How did I have two? And if I go inside this one, is it a different house? Because people have been talking about having it be a different... Your face was wrong. Okay, this should be the same chest, though. Yes. Why do I have these training manuals? Did I have to make them for something? I bet I had to make them for something. Anyway. So this house... Oh. This house is restricted. But how do I have two of these? That's interesting. Okay, so I can't expand this one, but it is a completely separate house. I just assumed they would function the same way these houses do, where this is the same house no matter which world I'm in, but that's not how these work. That's interesting. I still don't know why I have two. Like if... Oh, move this house. Oh, that's Vanellope's house. I was like, wait, don't I have a candy house? That's not the candy house, though. This is my candy house. So if I put this here... So why could I have two of these? Or is this my house and then you can have one that's not your house? Is that how that works? So you can only ever have two of one house in any given world? We'll have to experiment with that a little bit and see what's up. All right. What's up, Mickey? Excuse me, beast. I did see somebody griping about how much garlic we can get. I've also seen a couple in the suggestions in the forums on the Discord griping about garlic. Can we stop getting garlic? Can we get other seasonings? It's like, you know, that's a good point. Or if you're going to have a seasoning be in every single world, why not make that the default for crafting with? For any spice? If you're going to have garlic in every single world you put out, why wouldn't that be the logical thing? Because you're always going to have more garlic than anything else then, right? Because you're getting it from every single place that you go. Somebody else also suggested to have it be the thing you have the most of, which I don't know if I like that better than the idea of me. Let me pick my default. Make this your any fish or your any vegetable or whatever, and that way I get to choose whichever one I like. Any seafood, I always want it to be squid. Always. I have so much freaking squid. It's the thing I have the most. I mean, I guess that would work, but like, I may not always have the most garlic, but maybe I should make that my default if I'm going to be able to get it everywhere I go. Or I think I would choose oregano just because honestly, the plaza's so easy to get to. But that would be my personal choice, you know?
A few more sleds around here.
I'm kind of relieved that there are so many nice people around here. Ooh, keep seeing stuff? Oh, I know why I'm seeing stuff in my periphery. Hold on a second. I was so paranoid about having myself on mute again that I've left my little audio mixer up. And so the sound levels are always like moving around because I'm talking or there's music in the game or whatever. And so it keeps making motion right here in my periphery. And I keep thinking like there's something happening over there that I need to be paying attention to. And that is not true. I really don't need to do that. Oh, so I don't go to vintage stock regularly. And if you're not sure what vintage stock is, they sell used video games and consoles and collectibles and, you know, new and used stuff. But they had a big sale for President's Day. And so the last time I was out there last weekend with my oldest, because he had some gift cards and he's been searching. He's got some Holy Grail games that, you know, they're going to be super pricey when he finally finds them. And I think he's looking for Mario Kart on... I think he's looking for the 64 and the Super Nintendo. And those are not only hard to get, but they are expensive when you find them. So that kind of sucks. But, you know, if he wants to try and search for those out and see what he can do to get them, that's fine. But he was out there last weekend and we saw that the sale was coming up and somebody had traded in almost every season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. Now, my husband and I have had what? There's 12 seasons altogether between the two shows, not counting the comic book that they turned into, like a comic book film with dubbing and all of that. It's not animated, it's like still shots of the comic. But so if you're not counting season 8 of Buffy, there are 12 seasons between the original shows. And we had acquired seasons 1, 2, 3, and 7 of Buffy and season 5 of Angel. And we had recently, not recently, we had taken advantage of some digital copies when they were on sale. So we have them all digitally. And then the problem is that there is an episode in season 6 that is a musical episode. And at the time, it was like a special episode. I can't remember if they ran less commercials or if they ran an extra long episode. I don't remember if it ran long. I watched it live, so I just don't happen to remember. I'm sure you could Google that. But the problem is that there are a lot of versions of this musical episode because most of the episodes are 44 minutes long. And that episode is 50 minutes long. So it didn't air like on TV again. They didn't air the full episode. They edited it. But a lot of the streaming services don't have the complete episode. And so we were watching it with our oldest. And we got to that episode. And we were all super excited. And then we started noticing edits on it. And it was like, what the hell, what the hell, what the hell? So then I Googled it and found out all this information about why it's shorter now. I don't know why a streaming service needs to have the edited versions unless that's all they have access to. But in any case, I had to go dig up a copy of the disc because we didn't actually have that disc. We had to copy a friend's so we could watch it. And so I had to dig up the copy so we could actually watch the full episode. And so I was like, we have to find... And some of you can buy the box sets, and some of the box sets don't even include the full episode anymore. So we had to go and double check the runtime and make sure that we were getting the full musical episode. And I was like, somebody has traded in all of these box sets. And if we can go and check on this sale that they're running, we might be able to pick up all of the episode or all of the discs that were missing because we hadn't been able to find them because, of course, you know, they're now in that collectible realm. Well, sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you get lucky and then you don't have the money. Do I not have eggs on my person? The actual hell? How does that keep happening? I know how it keeps happening now that I'm thinking about it. Do I have anything on my person that he would want to eat? Nope. Damn it. All right, I'm gonna have to go get some eggs. But that's why we had the copies at the time, was because we would want to occasionally binge the show or share it with people. So, and that was, I don't know, at least 20 years ago that we had that. So, yeah, I was like, we have to go get these so that we have them just in case, I'm not a big need to own it all anymore person. I used to be a big collector when I was younger, and the older I've gotten, the less I want to take care of too much stuff. So we've been trying to purge collections of things that we just don't need to have anymore. Like I know there's a big push right now for people who are into physical media, and if that's your jam, do it if that's what you want to do. I'm definitely I can access a lot of stuff through either streaming, or I can use libraries because, well, I'm a fan. And I'm not a fan of having to own it all myself. But there are certain things that I would like to own because they are significant enough to me, to my husband, whatever, to go, no, I really want to make sure I don't ever lose the option to revisit this book, this movie, this CD, this album, whatever it is. I don't need to do that with everything. Even stuff I really, really like. I don't need to keep everything. But there are certain things, like I have one of my favorite book series of all time is The Chronicles of Amber, and I have the full 10-book collection as, it's one book, because the books themselves aren't terribly long, and I will probably never get rid of it. Now, I can't even find that on audiobook, which is a shame, because I would love to listen to it while I'm working. But even if I could get it digitally, I would never get rid of that book because I love it so much. It's kind of like the Dune series for my husband. I don't think we'll ever get rid of the Dune books, even if he got them digitally. I don't think he ever would. Although, to be fair, the audiobooks that I'm currently listening to, I am currently listening to Dune. And the production quality on them is fantastic. I don't know if it's just because they've made major movies out of them again. And not, I guess they haven't done all of the first movie was the one. And then the miniseries, I think they did 2. I think they did Children of Dune and Dune. Anyway, so this is like the first really big push I think they've done for major, more than one Dune book. And actually, I haven't seen the second Dune movie. My husband got it and then watched it without me, and I was like, well, what the hell? But the production quality on the audiobooks I'm listening to currently is really good. And they're doing really interesting things. The first one, depending on which character the story, because it's told from multiple characters' perspectives, they have more than one actor, and depending on whose perspective it is, it's the different voice actor for it. But then they do, I think, all of the voices for the different characters in the scene. So although you'll have different people voicing the different characters in the scene, they all have like their own variation on the characters that it's not their perspective from. I'm probably really telling this bad. It's hard to describe, but it's really well done, and it's very interesting to listen to. It kind of helps you keep track of all the different crap that's going on, because it's not a small story, that is for sure. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of characters, but I've really been enjoying it. So I finally, I am on, what's the second book? Is it Dune Messiah? That's the second book? That's what I'm on right now. I could look at my phone and, figure it out, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, that was nice. We actually got back to that vintage stock, and they hadn't purchased up all of the seasons that we were missing. So we filled out our full collection. The only problem I have is that season 4 of Angel is missing its slipcover because the box sets would have like all of the things inside a big slipcover, and it's the only one that's missing a slipcover. And my husband and I were sitting there dickering over it because we were going to have to buy 5 seasons, and that's not right. 7 seasons that we were missing the physical copies of. And we what is it? 7. I'm trying to think of where I was. We had to buy 7 seasons if we wanted to fill out our full collection. It's the only one that's missing its slipcover. So it was buy 2, get 1 free. And we were like, well, we could buy 6 of them and just stop here, because we were like, well, if it's buy 2, get 1 free, we really need to go find 2 more things in order to maximize the deal. Are there any movies we might want to pick up? So we were looking through movies. I was looking at video games just to see if anything had new had come through. And we're dickering about that for a while. It's like, well, here's the thing. So we could buy this one without the slipcover now. And maybe, you know, in the future, we'll find one with a slipcover and be able to, like, trade this one back in and just pick up the other one with a slipcover. Or we could take the risk, not get this one now, not have to look for any more stuff, but we may or may not ever find season 4 again of Angel. And my husband was like, yeah, and we were kind of waffling about it. And finally, we just decided to go ahead and get it. We picked out a couple of kind of obscure movies that we may or may not ever prioritize digitally. And honestly, I was really annoyed because I thought I thought I had come to the movie that I was like, oh yes, this is the one. And then it was a new copy and not a used copy, and it didn't count for the deal. And I was like, because it was Flash Gordon, which I love that movie so much. It was one of those movies that I watched when I was a kid that I was obsessed with the color. I was obsessed with the costume design. I was obsessed with the sets. My favorite band has always been Queen. And so the soundtrack was there. I mean, it's cheesy. And, you know, if you're not into that kind of movie, that's fine. I'm sure there's other movies in the world that you enjoy. But for me, it is definitely one of my childhood favorite movies. So I thought I was like, oh, I've been looking for this, you know, essentially, because I've watched it with my oldest when he was little, and he has now forgotten it. And so my little one hasn't seen it yet. So I've been like, oh, maybe we can pick up a copy of this for cheap so that we can watch it with the kids. And so I thought I had found that, and I did not. So we got The Last Starfighter, which I thought my kids might enjoy. And I haven't seen that movie in decades. And then I ended up picking up Dark City, which I haven't seen that in a long time either. That is a weird movie. Interesting, though. I remember really enjoying it. So I was like, you know what? It's the right price. It's part of a deal. It's going to help us get some stuff that we do really want. And, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing it again. I remember it being really weird, though. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of that when I finally get to it. I don't know if we'll watch it with the kids right away. But it's got a lot of people in it. And it's in Blu-ray. They both were in Blu-ray. So it'd be nice to see if they've done a good upgrade on the, you know, video quality of those, or audio quality even. But, yeah, but we were struggling to pick out movies that we wanted a physical copy of. And that's part of the reason we got the ones we did, because I was like, these are probably movies that I wouldn't look at, you know, like if we got, you know, a service that was offering a sale, like buy 3 movies for $15, I would probably look at them and be like, oh, those are fun. And I probably wouldn't necessarily pick them outright. So we were kind of like, what kind of, you know, maybe we can grab a couple movies that we haven't really thought about or prioritized and see if we can just pick them up for cheap. So that's kind of how we got to where we got. Because there's a lot of stuff we already have. We don't even really, like, we have it, but we don't necessarily need a physical copy of it. Did I not come over here at all? The hell? Or did this all just respawn in the meanwhile? It might have just respawned in the meanwhile. But it seems awfully full. You know what I didn't do? I just remembered. Where are we at, time-wise? Ooh, shit. I've just been over here yakking. It's nice, though. Sometimes it's nice to just get lost in a train of thought. Not really feel too much pressure on timing and stuff. That's nice sometimes. Although I do have... I'm almost completely caught up on laundry. I did, let's see, I've got one load in there now, but it's my last load. It's not even that big of a load. It's just I needed to wash the shower curtain and bath mat. And I had just enough stuff. Like socks and stuff like that. I was like, you know what? I'll just toss all that in there together and we'll just get the rest of it done. Since I'm caught up. I'll tell you what, though, not having to wash my oldest one's clothes, so nice. I'm not gonna miss washing their clothes when they're both done having me wash their clothes. That's for sure. And my oldest has his own big laundry basket now, because he used to have... I got 2 small laundry baskets when they were small enough to gather their dirty clothes from upstairs. But now that he's bigger, and now that he's washing his clothes himself, he's like, this laundry basket isn't big enough for me. And I'm thinking, no shit. But they would just use it to gather laundry and bring it down and dump it into the big laundry basket downstairs. So he didn't really need much. So now he's got his own thing. I was thinking of having to repurpose. Oh, I know exactly what I was going to do with his old laundry basket. Because occasionally we only have one full bathroom and it's downstairs on the first floor. So he has to, sometimes, you know, when he bathes, he just dumps his laundry into the main laundry basket. Well, I've been trying to separate that out. So I think I might take his old laundry basket and use it to put his clothes in so that he can, so that I'm not washing them, because I don't want to. And I don't have to, because he needs to learn this life skill. It was kind of like, I don't know, a couple months ago, I was like, okay, I'm going to teach you how to clean your bathroom. And I cleaned it with him so that I could show him how to clean the toilet, how to wipe down the counter, you know, like move stuff out of the way, pick stuff up, you know, sweep and then mop and all of this stuff. And I would recommend that you do this frequently, and if you don't get to it, then make sure you're, you know, not blowing it off more than once in a row, because otherwise that's when stuff starts to get nasty. So the other day, he comes downstairs to use the toilet downstairs, and I can't remember what was going on. I feel like somebody else was in the bathroom, like his brother was in the bathroom or something like that. And I was like, well, just go upstairs, because he really had to go. And he's like, oh no, the toilet's nasty. And I'm like, and whose fault is that? And she's like, okay, fine, I get it. So then I was like, your next day off, you need to clean your bathroom. You need to clean that toilet so that you don't put everybody in the house in the position of only having one clean toilet to use. Okay, I get it. So a couple days went by. Couple days off went by, and he comes downstairs to use the toilet, and I'm like, so did you clean that toilet upstairs yet? And he's like, no. I'll do it. And then he I can't remember, I came upstairs for something. Sorry, this curtain is like putting a beam of light right in my eyeballs, so I had to fix it. I come upstairs to do something else, and he's like, okay, how do I clean the toilet again? I'm like, oh, did you blow it off because you couldn't remember how to do it? And he had mostly remembered. He just, I don't think felt confident enough to just do it, because he was like, is it just this? And I'm like, well, you do this. You know, you put the toilet bowl cleaner in there, and then you know, you let that sit and do its work while you're like wiping down the outside and, you know, cleaning up around the toilet and all this stuff. And then by the time you're done with that, it should have soaked enough for you to scrub it. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he took the toilet bowl cleaner, and it's got like that little hooked nozzle end, so he starts going like this around the toilet. And I'm like, and he's like, I hear him go, huh. I'm like, did you open it? Oh. So funny and cute. I love that boy. They're so silly. All right. Is this flower actually here? Yep. That's all right. I'm getting rid of that tree now. Bye, tree. You've been lovely, but you're blocking my stuff now, and I can't have that. Once I finally redecorate up here, it should be better. But for now, I don't need you in my life. You're cute, but you're not that cute. All right. Ugh. Human. Did you just drop that right on my head? All right. I'm not feeding you right now. I don't care enough. I don't even have, excuse me, banana splits on my person. I do see in the forums a lot of mechanics, though, that are definitely pulled from other video games. Can't remember what I saw the other day. It was like, it's just like in this game. And I'm like, oh. There's some stuff, though. Somebody was suggesting to have, like, baking recipes and soup. So you have, like, all these different things. You know, probably an oven and a soup pot and all of this stuff. And I'm like, they already kind of have all of the varieties of cooking types being handled through the one object or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I like those mechanics in other games, but I'm like, they've kind of already established that that's not how they're doing cooking in this game. Like, they're not having an oven for when you make a cake. Or, you know, honestly, in Remy's restaurant, it's always the stock pot or whatever. Which is weird when you're making something fried. Like, that doesn't look right. Or a cake. Not making a cake in a stock pot. But you do in this game, and then we'll just say, it's magic. Do I want to gather these fruits right now? No. I will gather those fruits. Oh, you know what? I just realized I did not go over here. I'm going to do the over here first. All right, so I'm going to finish up all of my gathering in the aisle. I'm going to check my missed points. And if my missed points have improved significantly enough, I'm not going to do time bending. I'm not going to do a time bending run. Because I don't know if I'm in the mood. I mean, if I have to be in the mood, I will. But if I don't have to be, I might do something else. Like, I might go get Glimmer. Because I do want to do that today. I don't even know how much Glimmer I have. Did I look last time? I feel like I looked last time. But I might have not. I mean, I'm about to say I might have not remembered, even though I'm here sitting going, I don't remember. This is how brains are weird. Okay. It's just trying to think. Is there a way to tell? No, I don't think there is. unless the you know, like the trees, the rocks, the plants, all that stuff that you have an infinite amount to use. Because I was looking at these little dealies, and I was like, oh yeah, I should probably try and remember like where some of that stuff comes from. And then I was like, wait, can you actually tell? Because like if you go to the collection menu, you can sort by storybook fail, but those things aren't in these menus because they're technically like just part of the, I don't know, the world's stuff. It's not even your stuff. It's just you have access to it because, well, it exists within this world. So it'd be nice to kind of separate out where some of that stuff comes from, I guess, in the menu. They don't really have a way to filter that, I don't think. I don't think you can filter by the valley, the vale, or the isle. I feel like I saw a variation of that too, where you'd be able to sort some of that stuff. Like, I can't remember if it was like the crafting menu or something. There was something where people were like, it'd be nice to be able to sort by what world it came from. Which honestly, I'd like to see the tags more. I know I've said that before. Where I'd like to see the tags. Like, in Diablo 4, if you're trying to compare, this is a mechanic that I'm trying to get to, not necessarily the same kind of thing, like scenario in the game, but like there's a mechanic where you can, like, I think it's the shift button, so that it always pulls up the comparison of what you have versus the new thing. And if you don't have that toggled on, all you see is the new thing when you put your mouse over it. But then also in the menu, there's an option to have more descriptive information. So even if you have the side-by-side comparison, you may not see all of the description of what goes into the different stats. So you have to actually go into the menu and turn that on. But it would be nice to have something like that, where if I'm looking at, you know, utilities, I could have an optional toggle thing or a setting that would pull up all of the stats of this, which expansion it came, you know, like which world it came from, things like that, kind of over in this area, or like next to it, like a little pop-up window or something like that. I'm gonna put that in here. Detailed information for tags, and what are the other thing? What are these things? Traits, tags, traits, zones, worlds, IPs, etc. in furniture and clothing modes. Could be a toggle or setting or combo. And I'm going to give myself a little thank Diablo for equipment comparison stuff. Equipment comparison. There we go. All right, there's a note for myself. And I will figure out how to make that a suggestion in the forums. Because it bothers me that I can see that information in the premium shop. Not all of that information, obviously, but like the tags you can see in the premium shop before you buy the item. And I think even in the screen that's like, okay, you unlocked this, it'll even show you that stuff. But actually using it in the menus, like I can't see that stuff unless I'm missing it somewhere. I suppose that's possible. Is it in like this menu maybe? That's not it. Furniture sets. Like why isn't there something that tells me it in here? What is this thing's tags? You know, it'd be nice, like, tell me it's Aladdin, tell me it's these colors even, because sometimes the colors You know, there's so many multicolored things. Like, I would love to see all of that information in a pop-up of some sort or a window. Just so that I can, like, it'll help me kind of think about that stuff differently. Or it might help me. How is this the one thing from Cinderella? Well, maybe it's not, but is it the only thing from Cinderella? Really? But there's a lot of stuff, like, there's a lot of stuff that I feel like is miscategorized or mistagged or mislabeled. Okay, it's not. I was like, wait, I could have sworn I had more Cinderella stuff. Hello, sleepover. Going back to work now to pick, what? The most common type for this. I feel like you're talking about something I either said and I'm not remembering, or something else. But if you're going back to work, I hope you have a good day at work. Or night, wherever you are. Whatever time it is for you. But yeah, I'd love to see more of that information accessible either in this menu or in the or both. I mean, I'll take it in both. Unless it's a setting I don't know about, because that is always possible. It's probably hold to complete, hold to complete, hold to sprint. Hide red dots in the furniture. No, I don't want to hide those. Does this make it a toggle? Oh, and she doesn't have the stamina. So is that a toggle now? Oh. Oh, I'm gonna turn that the hell off. All right. It means as you're running, you hit the button and it doesn't stop until you stop. Or I'm assuming it is a toggle, but you have to be actively moving. You can't just do it from standing still. But if you're moving, it's a toggle. All right. I'm turning that, hold that down. My pinky sometimes gets angry with me to hold down the button to sprint. All right. Still trying to decipher that message. I feel like it might have been in relation to the whole information display thing. But my deciphering skills are either weak right now, or I'm not connecting the dots or something. I try my best, but there's only so much. Well, and sometimes you like try and figure something out and you step away from it for a few minutes and then you go back and you're like, oh, what? How did I miss that? It's because brains are weird, children, and if you don't know that by now, you're going to learn every time you come here. Because brains are weird. And that's okay. Oh. I don't know why. Things keep popping in my periphery. I feel like my eyes are trying to play tricks on me today. Which is fine. At least I'm not doing anything like hypercritical. It's like when I used to... Stop! I love you, but go... Oh my god. Sometimes the critters drive me nuts to the point where I'm like, I don't even want one right now. Just leave me alone. Okay. Are you away from these sticks now? Thank you. I also should deal with some storage management stuff. Some of my storage boxes are getting stupid full. I could do that after break. Oh, okay. You ever have those things where it's like you think, oh no, did I leave the oven on? That's what I felt like just now. Because I was like, oh wait, did I not fix a setting before I started? That's one thing I wish YouTube would actually just change for real. Like, if you don't know and you spend some time in lives on YouTube, your chat defaults to the top chat. which means YouTube arbitrarily decides what chat goes into that. I'm sure there's something that they use from the programming side of things to make those determinations. I just don't want to miss stuff, so I always change mine to live so that I can catch everything. And I do that even if I'm just hanging out in someone's stream, not if it's like, not just because it's my own stream where I don't want to miss stuff. But I do have moments sometimes where I'm like, oh crap, did I forget to change that? And because you'll miss things. So that was that. Did I leave the oven on that moment? Did I not toggle the chat? You know what? Be gone. I want this flower. Until I redecorate in here, none of you are permanent. Nobody is safe. Hi. You love rainy days. Okay, so we're gonna do all this. We're gonna pick the fruit, and then we're gonna take the break. That's how we're gonna do. And then we'll decide what we're doing next. Trying to think of what the next room is in my decorating series. And decide if I want to share it. I don't know. Because there's 2 more rooms on the 3rd floor. They're both about entertaining guests. And their vibe isn't too terribly far off from the other 2 rooms that are on the 3rd floor. Although I can't remember. I remember what the middle room is supposed to be, but now I can't remember what the right room is supposed to be. This is why I have it in a spreadsheet, so my brain doesn't have to hold on to that information, but I am sitting here going, I should know what that is. I don't. I can't think of it. It's okay. I want to see how much mist I've gotten. Alright, so let's go drop off our stuff. And then this is fishing, I don't need that. I need to just teleport. There's no reason to run over there. I may have to get myself a sneaky snack. So you know when you can't afford to buy name brand stuff, and there's a lot of generic stuff that is close enough, or sometimes even better. Sometimes it's crap. I will tell you this. The Cheerios that come from Aldi, the generic version of Cheerios from Aldi, you wouldn't think it could be so bad. But for me, it's so bad. I refuse to buy them. And I love eating Cheerios as like a snack or as a actual breakfast or whatever. Wait, I forgot. I have more traveling to do. I need to go up here, drop off flowers, but Cheerios can be pretty pricey, so I don't really get them that often. It's kind of like Kix. Kix is my favorite cereal, and there is no generic that I'm aware of Kix, and so I almost never get to have them. So whenever I get to buy Kix, it's always like, this is a treat. But since we got a membership to a big box store, they have Cheerios there, and I was like, you know what, I should get some Cheerios. And so I forgot how much I liked Cheerios with milk, because typically Aldi will sometimes have Honey Nut Cheerios, and so I'll get that and we'll have it as a snack in the house because I like them as a snack too. But I haven't had regular Cheerios in a while. And yeah, I forgot how much I liked eating them with milk. Do I want to... I think I want to just... This has a lot of energy in it, and I don't think I want to burn through energy first. I think I want to get rid of more stuff in my inventory first. So let's eat this, and eat that, and eat that, and then we might eat this too. Yeah. And that'll free up a lot more room. All right, so let's go drop off the seeds I got.
If Elsa's here, then I'm here. We're kind of a package deal.
All right, and then we can do this. And then we can gather all of this, and then we can take a break. But I had a bowl of Cheerios before stream today. Because I could. I wonder if I could go in and edit that post in. Good lord. The Discord about the stalls, because it's now really bugging me that I didn't mention Wally's garden. Oh gosh. I really should fix this down here. This is too close. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm getting stuck on everything, and it's hard to see when they multiply things down here because everything's so on top. I just moved everything down here to have it together. Oh, gosh. Or when this happens, it's too much happening in one little spot. And it's easy to... Oh, I forgot! It's not a hold it down now, it's a toggle. It's gonna take me so long to get used to that. Oh, stop petting the crocodile, woman! He's cute, but seriously, I'm about to put him away. So I don't have to deal with that anymore. And just because I picked up this one stupid flower... All right. Alrighty. What do we have going on in here? Excellent. All right. Ooh, look how close. Look how close that is. Holy shit. And I have 32,000. And I think I only had, was it only 29,000? That's not that much of an increase. I fed all the capybaras. I could feed 3 monkeys and get this 300. I could do this too. Some of these are close. They're not like done, but they're close enough that they would probably give me a significant chunk of mist. Ooh, am I getting close? See, I don't want to do this ever. I don't want to do this ever. It's because I just don't have enough to feel like I can. What makes... I'm not doing this. I need to take my break. Okay, stop. All right. I'm seeing what settings I have. Ooh, I'm wearing my... I found another pair of comfy pants at the thrift shop last week. And today's the first day I'm wearing them. But they fit without being awkward. Like sometimes they're awkward. Like the hemline is weird or like the waistline is weird. I have a pair of sweatpants that I really, really love, but like their waistline is weird. It's like I don't know. Maybe it's because my butt's bigger now, but like they fit weird in the back, but they're still super comfy, like really soft inside. And they're like this blue and purple tie-dye look. And anyway, everything else is fine except for like the back waist. It's just like there's just not enough booty room. Anyway, but these ones, they have cuffs at the bottom so they don't drag all over the ground. And then the waist fits perfectly comfortably. The inside is not as soft, but they're still soft enough. But they have pockets. Did you hear me? I said they have pockets. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go take my break. So don't forget to follow, sub, like, share, all of the things, and, you know, feed my ego, right? My awkward little ego. And if you're here when I get back, then great. If not, I hope you have a good time wherever you are, and I will see you next time. So I'll be back in a little bit.
What you think of that?
All right. Made it. Had to get the down low from all the people. No, my husband had some information about something we're dealing with our car, so it's all right. Get out of that headspace. We'll get back into this headspace and figure out what the hell we're doing. All right, where am I? There we go. Okay. Figuring out all of the buttons and stuff and the windows. Okay. Good. All right, so what the hell are we doing? Do I want to work on stuff over here? I should probably go ahead and deal with some monkeys and some cobras while I'm over here. Maybe. Oh, this is so close now. I fed all the capybaras, I believe, today. So I don't need to do that. But let's see how many monkeys are available. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 monkeys. And 1, 2. It doesn't matter how many cobras. 4. I've got 4 cobras too. Okay. But that means I need to get eggs. So let's go to the restaurant and buy ourselves some eggs. Because I'm sure what happened with the eggs was that I made other food. And then used up the ones that were in my inventory first. Do I want this many? I think I just want like a stack though. And I believe a stack is 50. Even if it's not, that's fine. 4 monkeys. So let's get to a banana split. Two, 3, and 4. Okay. So we'll go feed the monkeys. We'll go feed. Get in there. Okay. So then we can do that. It's like, oops, I know there's a monkey over here somewhere. Oh, I have to chase him, not wait for him. My autopilot brain was doing the wrong thing.
Oh, I'll help you in any way I can.
Will you help me in any way you can? That sounds ominous when you say it like that, Scar. Okay. Take it. I know you enjoy this. Ooh. That's so weird. So weird. So weird at being a toggle.
Ever had a kid draw a
Aww. Sully. You ever had a kid draw a picture of you? Yes, I have, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. My kids have. It is very special. So I showed my husband... No, I had to tell him about it because, of course, my phone ate it. I minimized the picture, and then when I went to the picture, it was in probably in Facebook or something, where I was like, oh, here's this thing. But the picture was obviously of parents in a bed with the kid in between, like they're sleeping together. And it was, I guess, a teacher or somebody who had asked the kids to draw a picture of the word safe. And so I was like, aww. So it's like, think about that the next time your kid asks to sleep with you guys. And then that night, my son, my little one, asked. He hadn't asked in a minute. Probably not since winter break, to sleep with us, which we don't let them do that often. Not that my older one does that anymore, but we don't let them sleep in the bed that often. So occasionally we will. It has to be not a school night, and, you know, they have to be behaving, like, because it's a treat, right? So, not that they're like super bad kids or anything, but like, you have to be doing your schoolwork and not getting in trouble and all of this. But it's not like this big habit or anything. So that night my kid asked, or our son asked to sleep with us, and it was like, my husband was like, I feel like mom just showed me that picture as like a manipulation tactic, and I'm like, I had no control over this request coming in the same time that I found this silly little picture. But he won't want to do it forever. The older one didn't want to do it forever either. But I thought it was very cute. Would you stop running away from me so I can give you... I want to give you a treat.
So many nice people here.
Stop running. Good lord, monkey boy. Seriously? Why? Are you broken? You feel broken right now. This is too much running. There we go. Like, if he makes me do this too many more times, I'm just gonna leave him. I'll eat this banana split myself. Yeah, you're welcome. Don't look at me like you're all cute now. Nice.
It's pretty great how nice you are to everyone.
Thanks, Christoph. Where is this other monkey is the question. Is it down here somewhere? Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Approach. All right. Monkeys fed. Now let's go feed cobras. It's 4 of them, right? Ooh. Okay, that's not open yet. I was like, I have a new beverage. And I touched it with my fingers and to the point where I was like, oh, don't knock it off the thing. And then, not that I want to knock a can of water off of the thing anyway, because, well, you don't need to shake it up and all that. But at least it wouldn't be open and spill. Although the advantage to drinking canned beverages without sugar in them is that then you don't have to worry about a horribly sticky mess. I guess any beverage that doesn't have sugar in it is not as bad to spill. Is there no cobra over here? I could look at my list and see where they're supposed to spawn, but that would be effort, and who wants that? Is there no snake down here either? That's kind of odd. There's one. Damn it, I got greedy. I got greedy. And this is the price we pay, having to chase this little shit across the desert. Not gonna get me twice. Here. Yes, I know you're super stoked. My husband was trying to figure out what he wants to make for dinner tonight. He's talking about just like fish sticks and some veggies. Maybe a starch of some sort. I wonder if he's thought about breakfast for dinner. Because we now have bacon and sausage. And eggs. Nope. I'm sorry. I don't know why the instinct is to be quiet while doing this. They can't hear me. Husband was talking about trying to play the new Indiana Jones game as a group later. So maybe. I wonder if the kids will get into it at all. I mean, I know the oldest has seen the movies. And I feel like the youngest has at least seen some of them. Alright, so where is this last snake? Is he over there somewhere? I feel like he might be over there somewhere. 2 snakes. I still have 2 snakes, right? Oh, there's one. Would you get out of this corner, please?
Oh, I am never going back to my tower.
And he booked it. Nice. I was hoping we'd be close enough. Okay, there's still supposed to be 4, though. So this is 3. I just don't remember what the 4th one is that I'm looking for. But I thought there might be 2 up here. Ah, hello? Ask and you shall receive. That timing was different. Perfect. It's okay that you're inside that rock. It's perfectly fine. As long as I get credit, I don't care. Alright, so what do I have on my person? I've got some cumin, and I've got some of that. Oh, I just realized that there was a spot that I missed in my Scour Adventures. And it was up here. I even thought about it earlier and then completely spaced coming over here for it, so there you go. Which of course means now I'm gonna have to do the round robin of dropping all my stuff off again. Fun. Technically, we have about 20 minutes left. I did get a late start, which means I probably shouldn't push it too long. But also, I'd like to make sure to get something else done besides just Eternity Isle. That is for just stuff out here. So we'll go drop off just stuff. Fed all the critters. Come on, let me drop off these. Okay. Was like, don't fight me. But we got a decent amount of mist done. So that's good. And then I just remembered I meant to go here. All right. Now, we could do this. So I do want to get Glimmer. That's not it. That's not it. This is it. Okay. It's not right in here, is it? That would be too easy, right? Hefty chunks, though. You're still up there. 500 missed. I'll take it. Ugh, nice. Nope, I really need to not sit with my legs crossed at the minute. My left knee just progressively having more trouble. Nope, I need to not do that right there. Hit it. Excuse me? Am I missing it? Excuse me? Where's my stuff? Alright, game. Just eat my stuff. That doesn't sound right. Is there an exit over here? I don't think so. Keep forgetting and still holding down the button. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. That wasn't very nice that it didn't give me the thing. Oh. I want those. These lights? They're different than the other lights. The other lights are like a gold or a brass looking. And these are smooth and kind of a like a gunmetal, like a dark bronze. Anyway. Yeah, the more rooms I decorate, the more I realize how limited we are to gold tones for accent metal colors. Which I already, like, had a vague sense of, but now that I'm trying to find stuff to decorate with, it's like, well, that's a lot of gold. Which, I'm just accepting it, you know, because that's what we have. But it would be nice to have something besides gold tone. I prefer silver tones, generally speaking, so... Or copper. Be nice to have more copper. All right. Right, give me more glimmer. So it's funny, my older kid is now getting less interested in some of the kids' stuff that's coming out. Like, he had no real desire to go see the next Sonic movie. Not that he's ever really been a huge Sonic fan. The little one's definitely more into Sonic. Or Moana 2. Not really super excited about that, but told him there was another Toy Story movie coming out, and he was like, really? He was a Toy Story kid for sure. So, I think that's funny. There's still that part of him that's like, Toy Story. Well, the Moana realm only had 2. Usually there's at least 3 things in each realm if you let it sit long enough. So that's kind of a bummer that there were only 2 in there. And then I lost the one. Like, it didn't give it to me, probably because it spawned inside the wall that was there. Fine. gonna make me mine this? I will mine it then. Almost feel like doing something with my kids today. Like out and about in the world. Not that we should really spend some money today. Don't. Why are you being a pain in my butt? Really? What is up with the realms today? See, I'm afraid to do this and have it. Is it inside the rock? Is it on the other side of these rocks? And how do I get over there? I don't remember. Are these diggable? Can't remember. These things? Yes. Are the big ones diggable? Why? It's been a while since I've been in this realm. Like, doing the realm thing as opposed to just getting glimmer. I just came in for the glimmer, man. Don't make me. Okay. Are we gonna run into the same problem that we just had, though? Because you're gonna want... It's right in here? Wasn't I just over there? I'm gonna be irritated if it's, like, in a place I can't get to. That's not okay. But, like, right over here, right? Don't do this to me. Just clear away all these rocks and hope for the best. Yeah, it's like it's inside this little nook where I can't get. So cranky. Let me get my stuff. Don't keep me from my stuff. I have stuff I want to make. Alright. But I can't, like, actually get in there. It's, like, right behind this tree in that little nook in there. Is there any other one in here, or is that the only one that's left? I think that might be the only one that's left, but we'll see. Yeah, it's telling me to go back there. So, bite me. Maybe by the time I come back on Thursday, if I do this again on Thursday, it'll be moved. Because that's dumb, and I'm mad. I was say, it's like they're trying to spawn them inside the walls today. I feel like it's going to be out there, though. Yep. I was just gonna run out of here and not even check for that in case there was one more. A secret one. An extra one. Not that I feel like it's giving me extra anything today. Okay, 2 realms to go. 2 realms to go. And then we can go back to the Vale and get snippets again. Do those really come in 2 sizes? Or are they just like that because they can? Even though we can't. Yeah, there are definitely some things from like Sims mechanics I wouldn't mind. Like being able to resize objects. Being able to recolor objects. It'd be nice if they would do like an overhaul like that. Although they've made us have to buy all the variants of counters and cupboards. I also think it would take up less menu space to have, you know, one in the menu and then you could reskin it. Like, some of that stuff I don't mind, like, pulling ideas and concepts from other games, because it'd be nice. Like, the door thing, just the basic door. I wish we could have more than just... Why pick an ugly olive green for the basic door? Why isn't it, like, a plain white door, or a plain gray door, or a plain beige door? Like, olive green seems kind of an odd choice to be the basic door. That's something I need on my suggestions list. Make more inside doors. Being able to reskin, recolor the basic inside door. I know you can get the door from Daisy, but I don't like that being a replacement for not just being able to change the color of your basic inside door. I feel like it's just... And now that I've been decorating inside, the lack of inside-looking doors is staggering. Like, they look like they should be your exterior doors. And it's bizarre to me that most of the doors look like external doors. They're cool looking, and I have used some of them, and I plan to try and use as many of them as I can figure out how to make work. But, like, some of the doors, like the Oswald door, the Madrigal door, they're so big, and they take up such a large footprint inside the room. It's not even just how big the door is along the wall. It's also like how much floor space that stuff takes. The Madrigal door takes up a ton of space. And it's a cool looking door. I think it's beautiful. It's just like, that doesn't look... that doesn't look right inside. Like, I want that to be the entrance to my home, you know? It's huge. Oh, I'm waiting to use up most of my energy so I can eat that one really energizing food. Ooh, my nose. My nose itches. Alright, that was the last realm. So let's go... What was I going to work on next? I was going to go to the Storybook Vale. And I was going to go... get snippets again. I'm going over here because I think Merida's going to be right over here. You know, the other thing I was thinking about when I was looking at, you know, movies and thinking about the characters in the movies and what characters I'd like to see in the game, there's several characters that I could see treating them as one character. And I don't know how they'd handle that, but when I'm thinking about Merida, her 3 triplet brothers, I'd almost consider them one character. And if that's the case, like, I was looking at Bug's Life. And I was thinking about, what are they, Tuck and Roll, the little roly-poly guys? Like, I think about them as being one character. So it makes me wonder, like, how they would handle that if they were to add some of those characters to the game. Now, do I think either of those sets of characters would be high priority for getting in the game? No, I don't. I would be surprised if anybody's like, would want the triplet boys over the mom or the dad in Brave, or the witch. I feel like those three would automatically be more, or even some of the, you know, the different clans leaders and sons. I feel like those would be ahead. Well, maybe not ahead of the triplet boys. They're funny. But, and then you could have a bear skin for them. That'd be cute. Like the three little triplet boys running around as bears. But like Tuck and Roll wouldn't be my first character pick from A Bug's Life. And then I was like, I know they have tiny characters in this game, but they're bugs. So would you have like a destination world that you could go to? I would like to see them do almost a destination place to go where you would be under the sea, because I would love to have a mermaid skin. You could transform into a mermaid and then go hang out in the water with, you know, Sebastian and Flounder. I mean, how would you have Flounder in this game? Unless he just hung out in the water all the time. But you would never, he would never be a human. He would never have legs. He would always have to be in the water. I feel like if you could be underwater. And then you could do all of the Finding Nemo and Dory stuff. Like, you could have a bug realm where you know, theoretically shrink down. Anyway. Is that the last part? Yep. Alright. So now we'll go over here. So many snippets. Look at all these guys. Woo! Oh no, I'm not gonna make it! No! This is what happens when you hold out for food and then don't have stamina. I don't know why that tickles me so much. I love it though. I wonder if I should bunch these more so I can get more of them in one swing. I have no regrets about making this many lure traps, though. Zero regrets. Oh boy, oh boy. Open it. Ooh. What else do I have to do? I have to go back to work tomorrow. Meh. Although, I have a feeling my kids are going to be stuck at home for Tuesday and Wednesday. Doing school at home days, which... the little bird chirping is pretty cute too. Now that I'm hearing it. But... it's going to be super cold, and they tend to do school at home when it's super cold. And it's supposed to be like a high of 7. Although if it snows, I might get to work at home. Which is a mixed bag. Like, it's fine. Alright. Should I try and get some white snippets with Merida? I haven't really made effort. That's not where I go. I haven't really made effort to run around and get white snippets. So maybe. My nose is so itchy. Oh! I should get pumpkins. Heard them over there going off. It's part of the reason I went ahead and did pumpkins this morning, because I was like, oh, I should be able to grab them again during stream. But that means I don't want Merida. I don't need to collect white snippets. White snippets are to back up when I don't have other snippets. So who's around? Minnie's around. Let's go get Minnie then. Can I eat this? Is it a waste? No. Good for me. You. No.
Hello.
Hello. Let's hang out. All right. Really don't want this on my person. Drop it. Okay. Pumpkins. Then dropping off all the stuff. And then probably calling it. Trying to think if there's anything else I really needed to do or that's like a daily task that I haven't addressed yet. I don't think there really is. I did Remy's quest. I did looking through Scrooge's shops. I did the boutique. I have... Oh yes, that's going to work so much better for that. Holy cow. Okay. Yes, there's adventure to be had. That's for sure. But... Trying to think. Any other daily thing? I got Glimmer. I got... Snippets twice. I've now done pumpkins twice today. I usually don't get 2 rounds of pumpkins done on the same day unless it's Thursday, because I usually do some of that stuff in the morning and then when I stream at night. Wow, that's almost too crazy to not have it be a hold down and have it be a toggle. Because then you have to keep moving. If you stop, then it turns off. It's almost too much. I wish this could be a toggle. Let's automate everything. That's nice for switching directions. Oh no, too chaotic. It's too chaotic. Okay, I'm not used to it yet. Alright, it's okay. It's okay. All right. Here we go. All right. And the other thing that really sucks right now is that although it's supposed to be like super cold on Tuesday and Wednesday, it's sunny outside right now. I'm sure it's cold, but it's sunny. And that kind of sucks because that makes me feel like that spring itch, you know? To want to go outside and do stuff. Maybe if things aren't damp outside, maybe my kids and I could do a fire. Just to kind of give ourselves a little taste of what's to come. I've got lots of crap to burn. So maybe. Pretty sure we got s'mores stuff too. Not that we really need to do s'mores. So maybe I'll see how cold it is. Like if it's like 40s right now, I might. And just an afternoon fire, not even like a nighttime fire. Because then it'll be too cold, you know? Because I really don't want to spend money right now. And usually, especially wintertime, it costs money to do stuff, because it's not like we can go to the park and be like, yeah, this is fun, because it's like, it's cold, I want to go home. But like, you know, so you usually have to go someplace inside. And I could take them shopping, but shopping with just looking is something that the kids struggle to understand. Like, this can be fun without spending money, but they always want stuff, you know. And it's pretty normal. They certainly don't know what the joys of just window shopping, which is essentially what that is, but... And I get it, you know, sometimes, and I don't like shopping enough to just be like, yeah, this is an activity to just go look at stuff. And sometimes, depends on what it is, really. But I get it a lot more than they do. Sometimes I'm using it for ideas. That, and we don't have our car. We have a rental right now because our car is in the shop. And so I'll have to, like, drive a whole new car that I'm not used to driving. It's weird, too. So it's a newer Volkswagen Jetta. And the car will shut the engine off. Like, you're stopped at a stoplight, and then the car will sound like it dies. And it's just the car conserving on, like, energy and gas and stuff. But it's bizarre because I've driven a lot of cars that aren't like in super awesome condition. So that sound to me means something bad. So being in the car when it happened, we went out on Friday and he had told me about it and we did it. And I was just like, this is odd. I don't know. I'm sure it seems like a good idea, but it geeked me out. And he's like, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, sounds like it. Alright, but we should be making about 400,000 coins right now, so after this. So that's nice. Okay. Trying to practice that whole toggles business. It's funny, my husband went out yesterday to buy groceries and forgot that it was the day after Valentine's Day, so he came home with like Valentine's donuts and Valentine's cookies that were all on clearance. So we had like all these little mini Valentine's donuts. They were good though. They tasted just like, sometimes when you get like little treats like that, they are super sugary. And these were just like donuts, just smaller, like regular donuts that you'd get from, you know, a donut shop, which is nice. They also, their cookies were also not super sugary, which sometimes those sugary, most grocery store bakeries seem to have them now, but they're really fluffy looking, but they're usually super sugary. And these really weren't. And I was like, uh-oh, these are going to be dangerous. Although I did tell them, I'm like, these are pretty good. So if Aldi has these, we can trust that they're not, like, sometimes my face hurts when I eat too much sugar. Like my jaw will cramp up from all the sugar. That's not it. Hold the button down. All right. See, 458,000. It's pretty good. I need to go buy pumpkins. So I'm gonna drop off all that crap, and then we're gonna go to. We're gonna go here first, so I can drop off these rocks. And then we'll go up to the Forgotten Lands and drop off some glimmer and pick up some pumpkin seeds, and then we'll go replant the garden. Well, I almost have 2 stacks of glimmer now. That's handy. How much glimmer do I actually need to craft stuff? Have I looked at that recently? This is not where we do that. It's like 25 each, right? It's not in here. Where is it? It's in here. 25 each. So 200 would let me make 4 things. How many things are here? 5 times 3 is 15. 16 different things. Divided by 4, so that's 400. I need about 400 to make 1 of everything. Not bad. I'm about halfway there. And considering I haven't really been working on Glimmer consistently until recently, I'll take it. I mean, what else am I going to do? Oh, I can't transport yet. I got to do pumpkin seeds first. All right. Now I spend a huge chunk of money to get seeds to fuel my addiction to buying all the things from Scrooge's shop in bulk. We're not selling, we're buying. All right.
Whoa!
Yeah, you're about to get real wealthy off of me.
Wow!
But then I'm going to sell back way more pumpkins than you'll ever need and break your bank again. But that's okay. I probably should have looked to see just how much this was costing me. It really doesn't matter, because I do a buying freeze when I don't have... When I go spend a bunch of money at Scrooge's shop, I don't spend anything for a while, unless I'm doing a decor thing. Which is why I leave myself about $1 million. Somewhere between 500,000 and $1 million, so that I don't have to stop any kind of decorating project that I'm actively working on, just because I run out of money. So, one day my stockpile will be so huge that I don't have to go buy stuff from Scrooge's shop while I'm doing any kind of decorating project. I might have to craft, though, because crafting... I don't know if I'll ever have a stockpile of crafted stuff.
Check this out.
No, I'm not going to check anything out. Leave me alone, Hades. All right. I didn't scour the Forgotten Lands, but we are at 3 hours and about 15 minutes, so I don't think I'm going to bother. I have stuff I really need to get done. And let's see. What do I even have on my person? Do I... Oh, I should put those away. I should put away the seeds. That's all right. All right. All right. Dreamlight, we're back up to 15,000. I haven't done a big push for Dreamlight since I spent it all to get the floating islands. Mist, we're over 30,000 again, so that's pretty good. But like I said, I'm probably going to burn through a bunch of mist when we get to the new ape date. Update. And then, because I'm sure I'm going to need to, I'm sure there's going to be memory things. I'm sure there's going to be just stuff where I'm going to need to cycle through vegetable growing pretty quick. So I'll need to make sure and get more mist. This is at 990, but I'm not, I mean, I might spend some on upgrading those traps just because I like having all of my stuff upgraded, but it can wait while I'm working on other things. But mostly I just want to stockpile the snippets so that if I need this stuff for whatever reason, crafting, star path, more storyline stuff, more, what is it? The reordering the stories, more of that. I'll have plenty to work with. And yeah, so I should be here on Thursday. There's really no reason not to be. It's, you know, that time of year where we don't have a ton of stuff going on in real life. So that's nice. Well, you know what I could do to close out? It could be extra. Let's just be extra. Oh, I don't need you with me, Minnie. So, bye. Be extra. Go sit in one of my fancy rooms inside my house. Could sit in here. I want to go in here, though, because I haven't been in here in a minute. Nope, that's not... Oh, I haven't been in here in a minute. You know what? Can I sit in this chair? Oh, I can. Good for me. So, I kind of wish she would turn her face to face me. I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag because, like, when I film my decor videos, I like to sit in the room as I'm, you know, so I can give myself plenty of time for if I want to say a bunch of stuff at the end. I tend to look around the room first and then I pick a spot and sit. And then I just, you know, so I can get my shot. But it's nice to be able to kind of look around and have her not move her head for that. But then when I'm doing this, it's like it'd be kind of nice to have this, like have her turn and look at the camera a little bit. I don't know. I'm being like weirdly picky and indecisive about it. So anyway, yeah, get to sit in my little cute room that I made. Anyway, I should be here on Thursday. Really don't foresee a reason to need to cancel anytime soon. There's not a lot going on, and the stuff that would be going on can be handled on different days. So I don't know. I should be here, and it'll probably be this unless I get a wild hair or want to do anything else besides wait for the Star Path and update to happen. I really don't foresee it starting before... I mean, I don't see it starting before the 5th of March, or whenever the updates. Do they happen on Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't really see it happening before the first week of March, if I'm honest. And they may even push it another week into the second week of March. But I'd be surprised if we got it next week. So that's my prediction, is first week of March. Anyway, got lots of stuff to do in the meanwhile. It may not be the most exciting. It may not be storylines, but we can keep each other company as we wait. And yeah, don't forget to do all the click things and thumb things and things like that. And I will wish you a lovely day, nighttime, wherever you are, whenever you are. And I'll see you next time. Bye.